Well, collectors, here we are again. We're doing number 107 video now, and this is the last one that we'll be producing for 2023. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and I certainly hope that everybody had a great Christmas. I personally had a very nice Christmas. I think I've been telling you guys for a long time that we always have a annual Christmas tournament here for the family and friends, and I always put up $250 to the winner and $100 for the runner-up, and that assures good attendance. So So this year we had our tournament, and I think I've told you it's been 31 years of tournaments, and I never won. All those years, can you imagine? 31 years and I never won. But guess who won this year? Yours truly.
And that's it! Finally won the pool tournament. Yeah. There it is. First time in 30 years. Yeah, I got the last.
My pleasure.
All right.
New champion. At the Wittmann. How many years you have to take Christmas party?
Getting the money too, yeah.
Tom Wittmann Senior. Okay, that's a really great competitor.
Oh, I'm three-time champion. Three-time champion.
Hey, you kicked my ass.
Yeah, won the last two.
It's unbelievable. I was so happy to take that $250 off of the card and put it into my own pocket again. So it's a big thrill, and now I'll get my name engraved on the trophies. And just to show you, how serious this annual tournament is, this is the first trophy we used. And I think it's the first winner is 1992, I believe, and that was Dan Perino, my wife's son. And then there's every name going down there until the trophy got filled up. Then we go on to the next trophy. This one begins in, let me put my glasses on here. This one begins in 2003 and runs up to 2010 with everybody's name on there. And then, to save money, we've got them engraved on the back too. And it picks up then at 2011 and runs up to 2018. And you see a lot of Tom Wittmann Juniors, but you don't see any Tom Wittmann Seniors. You will next year. And then this is our latest trophy. I hope you can see it there. And guess whose name will be down here on this plaque next year? Yours truly. So it's a big thrill for me, and I know it's dumb stuff, but it's kind of fun to have a family thing like that. When you got 25 people or whatever on Christmas, how long can you sing Christmas carols? You can, and you talk and talk, but if we got an event like this, it always gives a good flair to the party. And normally I think this year I kicked the last people out about 1:30 in the morning, but at least I had that $250 in my pocket. So it's a good event, and you guys that are looking for something to do for Christmas if you have a family get together. Something like this is, I think it's a good idea, and it's worked very well all these years. I think you won a few times, didn't you, Ob?
No, just once, yeah.
Just once?
Yeah.
What year was that?
16.
How come? You were sober?
No.
No. And you haven't won since. Well, geez, 16. It's how many years is that? 7, 8 years now. So you're due to win again. So anyhow, that's that. Then I'll get these trophies off here so that your eyes aren't glittering. And we need to pour a couple drinks, Ob.
Yep, got that right.
I'm getting thirsty here already. Well, if you guys are going out New Year's Eve, I hope you have a good time. That's not something I normally do because as a bit of a drinker myself, I consider it amateur night. So you don't want to get involved with all those people that don't really drink, because you never know what's going to happen. So you're better off watching the big ball come down in New York City. You going out, Ob?
No,
No?
going to bed.
You think it's amateur night too? Yeah. How about a drink?
Yeah.
I think it's about time for that. Looks like you got a nice fresh glass here. Yep, so 2024. Yeah, we hope it's going to be a nice year for everybody. Kind of rough around the world these days, but hopefully someone will get squared out this year. I hope so anyhow. Let's see. There's a good start for you, Ob. And just a little start for me. Get that last drop off of there. Yes, sir. And we got a little mixer here. Yeah. There you go, Ob. A little more in there because it's the first one. So there we are. Okay, Ob. Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Salute.
Yep. Salute. Just right, guys. Well, we had a little action this week. Had a couple of people come in and sell things to us personally. So I think I'll show that stuff first. There's a real nice man that we've been dealing with for the last couple of years, named Yuri, from Brooklyn, New York. Previously from Russia, but a very, very nice man. And he was here. When was it, Ob? Yesterday? Day before yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And he walks in. I hate to keep doing this, guys, but it's just kind of, I think people that do this deserve some credit for it. Yuri come in loaded here with stuff for Ob and I. It won't go to waste, and also a nice box of cigars for me, which I appreciate. It's not full, but at least there's a couple of nice ones there. So thank you so much for that, Yuri. And Yuri also had some stuff to sell, so I guess he figured that maybe he would schmaltz us up a little bit with a few treats and get us in the right mood, which I guess worked, because we did a lot of negotiating on his things, and he always seemed to win. So that's the way it is. But I'll show you what we got from Yuri. First off, there's a couple of couple of K98 bayonets, but they're both in nice condition, and they both have matching numbers.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Let's see if I can tell what AGV. I think that's a company named Berg. But you can see the numbers match. There's the blade and the scabbard, and you can see the blade is really nice too. No sharpening and good blue on it. Overall, a pretty nice piece. And the second piece is also very nice. It too has matching numbers. And this piece was made by COF is the code for Eichhorn, and 42 would have been the date that it was made. This other piece was made on 41. So I'll show you the blade on this one is nice too. I know that K98s are not a big deal, but you know, there's some really ardent collectors of these things, and there's a lot of complications with them. You guys may or may not know that they have these pieces have these little Waffen amp numbers on the reverse of the pommel.
Those K98s have more stamps than the post office.
Yeah, you're right. And all that stuff all means something, and you can really, there's a lot to know about K98s, a lot more than just an old steel bayonet.
There's always amps, usually two up here, one on the spine.
Not always on the spine.
Not always on the spine.
But normally one is stamped in. Yep, there it is on the ball tip. And of course, if you have a matching set, the Waffen amp is going to be the same number on the ball tip that it is on the pommel.
And sometimes if you hit the button, which has amp marks on it usually too.
Yeah, sometimes there are numbers on the Waffen amps on the buttons too, you're right. Yeah, good point. There you go, Bob. There's one. I think that's one right there, isn't it?
Sure is. I've noticed when I shoot them, sometimes there's a number inside here, which there is one.
Inside the lock.
Yeah, see if you can push that, see if I can get it.
Yeah.
It's on the edge.
Yeah, you know, you're right, Bob.
Yeah, so if you've never seen that before, there's your lesson of the day.
So you see, collectors, there's a lot more to look at here than what you would think. So these can be really, really fun to collect, and like anything else in this hobby, you gotta know what you're doing.
Does that one have a number on the spine?
Sometimes they have the year on the spine. No, neither one does. No.
Okay.
All right, let me make sure I get these.
Well, you can't mix them up.
Yeah, then I'll mix them up and they won't be. I'll get them out to write them up and say, oh, geez, I thought these were matching. Oh, now they're mismatching. So, again, no big deal, but you can have a lot of fun with these, and you don't have to spend a lot of money.
Well, the matches are the ones you want.
The matching ones are probably sell for twice what the mismatches do, but I think there's some people that collect mismatches, and then they look all over the internet trying to look at mismatches that other guys have for sale in the hopes that they might find the right match for their piece. And I guess it happens, but the odds of that are pretty slim. So that's that. And they come from Uri. And then a really nice SA dagger. It's a later one, but boy, it's nice and just about full mint. Beautiful plated cross guards with a nickel eagle and nice grip. And you can see it has the painted scabbard, and all the paint is there. Then on the other side, it's good too. And then with the blade on this one, it's really a cracker. The blade is in full mint condition. And what's really desirable about this piece too, other than its great condition, on the reverse you'll see it's a double proof Puma, and there's a lot of guys that like to collect double proofs. We see this happens when this reflects the reluctance of the factories to give up their logo in favor of just putting an RZM number on it. So for a year or so, the manufacturers that wanted to do this were allowed by the RZM, and then after that they had to just have the RZM number. So these kind of pieces are very desirable, and especially if they're in nice condition. There's probably, I would say, maybe 18 to 20 different types with double logos like that. So they're very worthwhile. So that's a nice piece, and then another nice piece from Uri. Try a little sip here. We see a lot of Hitler Youth knives here on the videos, and sometimes we see some really rough ones and sometimes some mediocre ones, but every once in a while we see one that really is terrific, and this one falls into that category. It's a later piece, and it has the pot metal base hilt with the plating, but the plating is in perfect condition, and that's quite rare to see with the pot metal base late pieces. Just beautiful condition, and the blade is extraordinary. The blade is in full mint condition and still has all of its cross grain. I'll show you the other side too. There you go, and there's the RZM mark. It's dated 1939, and this piece 27 I think is Puma also. And then the scabbard is also great. Very, very good original paint, and the leather and the retainer strap are in really nice condition. So if you're looking for a pristine...
Well, what did the SA say? What was the RZM code on that SA?
I believe it was 27 also, if it was a Puma. Let's look and see. Just making sure that I know what I'm talking about. Yep, there we go. So,
yeah, 27.
So coincidentally, we got two different pieces by the same producer at the same time. So there you go. So that's a decent piece.
No, it wasn't the same time. There'd be a Puma logo on there too.
Yeah. Well, thank you on that one, Uri. And then and there's another piece that. This piece on the outside is nothing to write home about. It's never been cleaned, never been in a collection, and it shows a little age and all, but if you look at it you can see those got that acorn precise accent grooves there. Scabbard shows a little age. The grip is still decent. It's got a WF Grupa, but the good part about it is, and which is really kind of extraordinary, you know, this piece is being never cleaned and just kind of laying around a cellar, I guess, by the looks of the green stuff on it and all, but just look at the blade on this. It's just hard to believe. Absolute stone mint. Isn't that something? Look at that blade. I mean, it is beautiful. And then to make it even nicer, the reverse has the large acorn double oval, which indicates it's an initial production piece. So the veteran that brought this home, the dagger was probably in the condition that it is now but he never really took it out of the scabbard or whatever, so the blade is still just absolutely perfect. So that's kind of a nice piece because of the blade. And then I got one more from Yuri. I like this piece a lot. Ta-da! Look at that, guys. That's obviously a second model Luftwaffe. But look at the beautiful color of the grip and the amount of gilding on the pommel swazes. You don't see many pommels that still have the gilding on them because it wore off pretty quickly. Usually the only ones you ever see any gilt really are the Eichhorn, Wyersburg, and SMF once in a while. But this piece is textbook throughout. There you see the reverse, the gilt's good on the pommel on the reverse too, and the scabbard, you got the right Eichhorn mounts on it and a beautiful airplane gray finish. And then to make it all great, just a full mint blade. Really very, very nice. And on the reverse you can see the Eichhorn 35 to 41 trademark. And a dagger like this is about the best you're going to get on a standard second model Luftwaffe. You can look a long time to find one in that condition. It's got the wow factor, as we say.
That's nice.
You like that piece, Ob?
Yeah, it's nice.
Pretty nice, yeah. So thank you, Yuri. Those were the things that I bought from Yuri, which turned out to be expensive because of the bribery with the booze, but it's okay. Nice things you have to pay for. And then there was a nice lady who was in here, I think last Sunday or Monday, and she came in with an SA dagger, and as you can see, the dagger shows some age. The scabbard's not bad, got quite a bit of the anodizing, little ding to the ball. It's got the hanger and the belt loop on it. And this is an EP&S. You can kind of tell by the shape of the grip and the fittings. The grip has nothing wrong with it, and it fits nice. The Grupa is SW. So you're probably also, so what? It's just a so-so SA dagger, yeah. Well, it is. It's a so-so piece. The blade also is kind of so-so. I mean, it's not bad, but it does show a little age. But we have one redeeming factor here, guys. You ready for this? This is why you have to look at every SA that you see on a table, even if maybe the condition isn't so good. Because there you go. Ta-da! This is a full room original piece by EP&S. Because of the condition, the dagger's not going to sell for a lot of money. But then again, it's a real piece, and if you're not that fussy, that's a great one to add to your SA collection. Never been in a collection. So there you go, guys. I'm always happy to get stuff like that. Yep. Full room SA, huh? You never know. So that's that. So that's the things that walked in last week, and next we'll get to the unboxing. We don't have a lot of boxes, but we'll do the best that we can. I know I say that expression all the time, but bear with us, and okay, we'll proceed with that. Okay, collectors, we're going to start with the unboxing now. It looks like you need a refill, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could use one myself, I guess. what the heck? It's New Year's. Yes, sir. That's good. That's good. That last drop off of there. Yep, so you guys, you know, you'll all be writing your checks with 2023 on them for the next couple of weeks or something, and I know that always happens to me. It's hard to get used to the new year. It seems to me like 2023 kind of flew by, but that's the way it is. You know what it is when you're always busy, like Ob and I am here. We're 7 days a week at this, and the time just really, you don't know what happened to it. But I guess that's better than not having anything to do, right, guys? Well, So let's see. We'll start here. Got a box that came from a young lady from Carrollton, Texas. Oh, I remember this now. Yeah, I haven't seen the piece yet, but this lady, she said that she had an apartment, and a tenant wasn't paying the rent, and she had to evict him. I have some apartments, so I know what that's about. That's never any fun, and you usually wind up losing a lot of money too. But then after she finally got the guy out, she was cleaning up the apartment, which they're always a mess when you have to evict somebody too. But she said she found a Nazi dagger that was hidden in the closet. So she sent me pictures of it and wanted to know if I would be interested in it. So I told her I would. So here it is, and let's see what it looks like. At least you got something from that guy, huh? We'll see, but we'll see whether it's anything worthwhile. Well, the cost of rents today, though, 1 month is usually enough money for the value of a dagger anymore. But let's see what we got here. Well, that's a lot of good bubble wrap. That's a good sign, and no tape on it either.
No rubber bands.
Yeah, no rubber bands, no tape. Just, up, here we go, guys. Up. Yep. Well,
backwards, of course.
There we go. This, of course, is a second model Luftwaffe dagger. It's in the scabbard of backwards, Ob. Yeah. But just looking at it, it probably was worth 1 month's rent to her anyhow, I would think. So she got something for her trouble. It's got generic mounts on them. You know, I tell you, you can tell that because with the generic Eagle, the top of the wingspan here cantilevers slightly over a little bit. And then they usually have the large pebbles on the back. Yep, there they are.
And it's thinner too.
Yeah,
thinner.
And they also have the engraved, and it's also a generic pommel. But fortunately, the grip is in very nice condition. The scabbard shows a little age, but it's not too bad. And look at the wear there. See that sign where the ring started to wear through the carrying band?
Yeah.
So the owner of this dagger wore it quite a bit. See how that fits right into that wear spot?
I guess eventually they would have went through, you know?
I guess if the Germans lasted another 5 years, they could have started a company that just made scabbard bands for worn out pieces. Well, let's see if the blade's any good on this thing. Well, oh, it's an Eichhorn too. It's unusual to see generic fittings on an Eichhorn, but they did use them. I've seen them on occasion.
This is about a half a month's rent. This one, I think.
Yeah, the blade's not too good. It's got a little sharpening on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
This might go down to being the value of the late charge
Yeah,
for not
just the
paying
late
it right.
Yeah.
But
Let's
it's
give you an extra week. Give me that dagger. That's
yeah. It's okay though. It's a good starter piece, and it's better than nothing.
better than nothing.
Would have been nice if she could have found 3 or 4 daggers
Yeah.
instead of just one, but
It's all there, but it's, you know,
yeah, it shows some
grip's not cracked, the blade's, you know,
yeah.
it's not mint, but it could be
Well,
worse.
The hilt is very nice though.
Could be denazified, you know, there's a lot of
Oh, there could have a lot of
Yeah.
things. Yeah, the tip could have been broken off from the guy throwing it into the wall of our apartment. Who knows what happens with people you have to evict? Boy, I got a lot of horror stories about that stuff, but that's has nothing to do with the dagger business. All right, that's one down. Let's see what's up here next, guys. Got the old Bob Burns working here. Yeah. This one's coming from a man in Bradenton, Florida. Let's see what we got here. Something in there. Oh, wow. Wow, these are almost never original. They're one of the rarest insignia that was made. This was the insignia that was worn on the dress tuxedo of an SS officer. And boy, are these rare. We'll have to get this one checked. There it is. For you guys that know, I'll have to get it all checked out. But I'm not too
optimistic.
No. Honestly, I've never seen a real one, so
I've seen real ones.
but that doesn't mean that there aren't real ones. So we will get it checked out like we do with all of our metals.
They always look great, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Oh, if it's real, that metal's worth $10,000. They're so rare.
That's a lot of rent.
A lot of rent, yeah. Well, this looks all right. This is something we've had in the past, and I know these are original. Yeah, this is nice. This is an SS Reich teaspoon. That is right as rain, and it would be marked on the reverse. These are the flatware that would have been used probably in the officers' mess.
Well, is this coming out of the woodwork from a family or anything like that?
This is a fellow that I know that consigns a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
So there's no real history with it, but I know that's a good.
I know, I was just saying maybe if they were all coming from a family, it would give it that
Yeah.
insignia a little
Yeah.
boost.
And boy, can you imagine if this is real? I'll let you guys know.
Or they'll let us know.
Or you guys will let us know. Yeah, that's yeah. And on that account too, we were. I think it was last week where we had that. Remember that fantastic 25 General Assault badge? We couldn't believe it, but that turned out to be no good, and it was very, very disheartening indeed. Because wow, that looked like a good thing. But it shows you how you, with metals, you really gotta do your homework. And if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. I'll guarantee you. Let's see what else we got here. This comes from a man I know, one of the old guard of the hobby. This comes from Jack Wells in Florida. I don't know whether you guys know Jack Wells, but he's one of the guys that I knew back in the the 70s at the Greenbelt show, and he used to be from upper state New York, and he was a big buddy with Chuck Scaglione and Nicky Latour, Joe Pankowski, Dan Liptak, and then he moved to Florida, and I think Jack was building hot rods for a lot of years too. But he, because he's in Florida, he does get to look around and comes up with quite a bit of stuff, because there's still a lot of families of veterans in Florida. So let's see what Jack is sending us here. Well, so far we got a box of popcorn, but it's not bad. This is some kind of a helmet or something. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is an interesting thing here. You know what this is, Ob?
Yeah, I think it's a kid's helmet, isn't it?
It's a child's helmet. Yeah.
Double decal Army.
It's a double decal Army, and it's made out of metal too.
Be careful, it's falling out.
Yeah, the original liner is still in there, and it's a metal one too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Look at that. The decals are still good, and
there's pictures of those kids dressing up like their fathers, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, these are you know, an item like that is really great in an advanced helmet collection, just to show some of the different things that are available. And
if I was out in the field, I'd rather wear that one. What's the difference? It's a lot lighter.
Yeah, the liner's a little loose, but it's still in there. And overall, this kid didn't treat the helmet too bad, I don't think.
You think they had a chin strap at all?
I don't think so, no. No, I think it's just one on the head. But isn't that nice? I don't remember ever seeing a metal one. Oh, the decals are wonderful. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's cool.
They look smaller than the... we'll have to compare them to see whether they're the same size as normal decals.
I think they're normal.
They just sort of look smaller to me. Maybe because of the smaller helmet. But, wow, that's... it's got a few hits on the top here, but it's not bad.
For a helmet collector, you gotta have it.
Boy, I would think that's...
If you don't have one.
You know, we've been around here a lot, guys, and
it's
a long time.
It's like the one this guy's wearing. The same size.
And you don't see this kind of stuff. And when it's real, I mean, like that, that's just amazing.
Anything else in there?
Any what?
Anything else in the box?
No, that's all.
Good.
Well, thank you, Jack. I like that. Checks in the mail, buddy. Keep them up. Keep finding stuff, will you, Jack?
Any marks on that? Any numbers?
No, nothing. No. It's a toy.
I know, but still somebody's going to stamp something.
I don't see any marks on it at all. Let's see what we got here. Nice little compact box. See if it'll open easy. I don't know. Maybe go this way with it. See what happens.
It's a perfect box for an HJ knife.
This one is coming from Schnellville, Georgia. Not Smellville, Schnellville. I don't know where that is. You ever hear of that?
Schnellville? No.
No.
There's a
letter here.
You got to muck Schnell out of there quick.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember he wanted to. Oops! Wow, look at there. That looks good.
Yeah, those are Deutschmarks.
I remember this man wants to trade me this plus the cash for something that he's buying. So let's see what this trade item looks like. Yes, sir. Wow.
That's a little bayonet.
Look at that. It's actually a fighting knife, but it's shaped exactly like a bayonet. Look at that. Yeah, this is a faux button, just a decorative button. And the stag grips. Nice retainer loop in leather. Good scabbard too. The scabbard paint is really nice.
Same button you'll see on the HJ knives.
Yeah, same company. Yeah, that's that
It's usually on the
design.
inside. They have their
Yeah,
nothing there though.
yeah.
We've had a couple of these before. They're nice.
Oh, nice blade too. Isn't that something? No maker.
The washer's original.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice, nice fighting knife. I don't know what vintage it is really. It could be World War I, but I think it looks more like World War II, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like World War II to me, with the 2 rivets and so forth. And yeah, I like that. I will be glad to take this in as partial trade, sir.
We'll call it a Luftwaffe fighting knife for now. How about that?
Yeah, we could do that. Till someone proves us wrong.
You guys know what you're talking about.
And let's see, we got some money here. Oh, that's always good.
What's the vintage on that?
Yeah, let's see.
Definitely post-war.
I'm not sure what the vintage is, but I'm pretty sure where it's going to wind up. Let's see. Yeah, that'll fit right in here somewhere. There we go. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yep. Well, I got paid for doing the unboxing. First time ever. Well, that's a nice knife. And who doesn't like cash? No. It's just good all around there, guys. This feels like a box of air. I don't know. It's coming from a guy in Lakeland, Florida. Boy, there's a lot of stuff coming from Florida here. Let's see what this is. Alright. A little something here. It looks like one of our invoices. I'm returning this. I talked to Debbie about it. Okay, well.
At least it was a box of air, huh?
I should have known. Somehow you can almost smell a return box. There's just something about it. But well, you know, guys, in this business, you do get returns, and you can't hope to be able to sell things on the internet and sending them out in the mail where people can't really see them. And you can't hope that every single one they're always going to be happy with. Every once in a while you get a return, and but that's part of the business. It's not a big deal. So there we go. And let's see what we got here next. This is just a small envelope. Oh, this is from Mr. Mueller. He's a man I know that's given me a lot of things. He's an author, and he submitted an awful lot of things that were owned by close associates of AH, as well as Knight's Cross winners and so forth. I told you before, Mr. Mueller was a member of the German Knight's Cross Society in the 90s, and met many of the very famous officers during those years, and was able to acquire an awful lot of things. What we have here enclosed is an unpublished AH photo with Adolf Wagner signature to reverse. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is a like he says, an unpublished photo. Hitler being nice to a blonde girl to show what a lovely man he was.
You can't see it at all. You
Yeah.
gotta tell
With an
it's-
SS guy in the back. And I think Mr. Mule is right. I've never seen that picture before. So this is an original photo.
Can you
Of,
tilt it towards me a little bit? There you go.
you know, we see a lot of photos of AH, of course, but our absolute original photos are quite rare.
Yeah.
And in those days, they printed photos on postcard type material. And in the case of this one, as he says, it is signed by Adolf Wagner. Wagner was the Gauleiter, I believe, of Munich. He's the guy with the big sword scar on his cheek that you see a lot. And it'd be nice to translate what the rest of this says. But that's quite an interesting.
Wait, let me just see the photo stamp at the bottom. Now go back.
What do you want to see?
Go back. Yeah. Photos.
Got her?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
That's cool.
that's a very nice thing there. And as I say, original AH photos are very, very tough to come by. I don't know how Adolf Wagner would have gotten the photograph or how he's involved with it, but it is what it is. So,
Well, it probably made it. You said Munich, right?
yeah, he
It
was
was part of the Munich press, and they're like, no way, you're publishing that. And
well, it's possible.
any
But,
date on it at all?
I didn't see a date now,
Okay.
but I'm kind of glad to have that. Somebody will like that. If you collect original photos of AH, you don't have very many of them, I'll tell you that. And then to get one with an original Adolf Wagner signature too, he was quite a big deal.
Wonder who the girl was.
Probably just a local mountain girl.
Local mountain girl. Probably the SS.
Maybe AH was on one of his famous walks around the Berghof, and the SS searched for the best-looking blonde little girl that fit the Aryan tradition and make it look good for.
Maybe it was the SS guy's, the officer's daughter.
Well, that could
You
be.
never know. Speculate all day.
It is what it is, though. That's kind of an exciting thing. I like that. And let's see what we got next here. This is coming from Jericho, New York, in a FedEx box. Yeah. Well, let's see what we have here, guys. Oh, boy, these are tough. FedEx boxes are thicker than the post office boxes. They don't cut as easily.
So they can charge more.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly, Hob. Well, a little letter here. Let's see what else is here.
And it says open here, and Leanne, you're not opening. You missed it.
Oh, really? I opened the wrong end? That's me. Well, what are you going to do? I think that's everything. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it's nicely packaged, whatever it is. Yeah, bubble paper and a couple rubber bands.
Ooh, looks like we got a little stand art.
Ooh. What do we got here, Rob?
Looks like a stand art to me.
Wow, I think you're right, Rob.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Ooh. Isn't that nice? It's a printed one. Still got the leather and the strings on it, and well, collectors, that's a rare thing. These this of course is a an AH stand art.
Yeah, but there's something a little different about it.
The
The black
black edge, yeah. The black edge is different.
And
But
there's
it's original.
you know,
Feel it.
I believe you.
It's original.
And it's made in the style of a Japanese
Almost, yeah.
flag.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
I wonder if it's got something to
Maybe
link up with Japan.
Maybe that is. That could be.
Is there any kind of stamping on the standard at all?
I don't see anything. It's got a little staining, but it's not bad. And
Sometimes there's a maker mark.
yes, a lot of times they'll have the little size on it and so forth. I've never seen one that looked like this before, and Ob's right. It's made like a Japanese flag.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's something to do with a Japanese visit or something.
Well, he never went to Japan.
See, the Fuhrer stand art was displayed whenever Hitler was speaking or riding in a car or whatever. And
Do you recall him ever going to Japan? I don't think he ever left the country, except for Italy and Austria.
yeah, I don't know. That's really an interesting thing.
It's a
We'll have
very
to-
interesting piece.
Whatever it is, it's real. So we'll see, but at least it appears real to me. I've had a lot of flags, and did you feel that, Ob? I mean, it's the real stuff. And what do we got here? A little. Wow. Huh. Oh, here you go, guys. Here's another original photo that's signed.
Oh boy.
Wow. It looks very, very nice too. Well, this is stuff we certainly don't see.
Yeah, it's original signature.
The signature, let me just look at it. Yeah, it looks right to me, that signature.
It's funny with the woman. The shadow underneath her nose looks like she has a Hitler mustache.
Yeah. Yeah, they're obvious. They look like they're on the porch of the Berghof.
Yeah,
See,
sure,
that's where they were. They must have been visiting the Berghof. Which is reason to believe that AH would have signed the picture too, you know.
Looks like an original frame.
Original photo.
No, not with that mat. Yeah, original photo, but not an
Yeah.
original frame.
No, the mat's not
Yeah,
original, but
yeah.
the photo's original. I'll have to take it out and look at the back of it and
Open it up.
see if it comes out easily.
Well, don't take it out. It should just
Just take a look at.
see if it's a Hoffman or something. That'd be great.
We got a lot of stuff here.
Use your Bob Burns cutter, but be careful. Oh, there you go.
I don't want to wreck anything. Oh, and on it goes.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Look at that. Wow.
I'm gonna push it up a little bit.
Yeah, this is absolutely original.
Adolf Hitler, March 38.
What's the date on it?
38.
1938, yeah.
What is that signature on the bottom? It looks like...
I don't know, but I like this a lot. This is no joke. It's a very, very nice thing. Wow. Well, this man's not kidding around here. He's got some very interesting things.
Did he send any paperwork in with it?
Well, there was a letter. Maybe I should.
Maybe you should read that.
How about we look at the next thing?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Boy, this is original too. Wow. That's Goering as Field Marshal, signed.
Wow, yeah.
That's really, really a nice photo. Look at that signature, how bold it is and all.
Is he Reich Marshal? Yeah, I bet you it's when he became Reich Marshal.
No. He's still a field marshal.
You sure?
Yeah. The Reich Marshal uniform is later than that, and plus he doesn't have a Reich Marshal baton. He's got a field marshal baton.
Okay.
Let's see what the name. Robbie's right. Maybe we should look and see what he says here. Yeah, he just he wants to consign them, but there's no details about any of them. But I have to say though that these things pretty much speak for themselves. Boy, I love that Goering signature. That is fantastic. Yep. And we'll have to look into the standard.
Yeah, maybe, and we could be way off on that, and maybe the black border is that's standard, but I don't know.
I don't
it
know.
just
It
looks a little different to me.
It's different to me too, but it certainly is original. There we go. No, that's some really cool stuff there. I like those things. I like things like that anyhow. One of a kind, you know. Fun stuff to own. Future museum pieces. Wow. Oh, you never know here. And what was this of?
That's the
Is that the letter I
yeah.
just...
I think it's the letter you just read.
Make sure I put it back in the right spot here. I don't know where. I guess it went here. Okay. Well, some interesting things, huh, guys? We got, let's see, one more box. No, two more boxes here. Two more. You still with us, guys? Your drink all right, Ob?
Yeah. Freshen it up, I guess. It's,
I can do that. I'll freshen mine up too. I love that personally signed signature stuff. I think it's just great. I mean, it's one of a kind, and you know, you got historical people involved here, good or bad. There's still, it was history and it happened, and I just think things like that are really interesting.
I really like seeing the unpublished photographs, originals that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
That's,
That's.
I'm sure there's a ton out there too.
Oh, it's a lot of it probably still in families that they don't want to part with it, and but little by little, the next generation doesn't really care in a lot of cases, and that's how the stuff winds up here in Wittmann's cellar sometimes, which I'm thankful for. Let's see, this box is coming from Hamilton, Georgia. Yep.
Might be next to Schnellville.
Yeah, great. Next to Schnellville. I got a letter here. It's another return. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I remember this one, yeah. This was a present that a lady bought for her husband for Christmas.
It's back already?
Yeah, and the reason was because her husband said it's an army dagger and a Luftwaffe scabbard. Well, it is, and that's the way.
I remember that piece.
This piece was returned by a veteran with the scabbard that it's in, which is a Luftwaffe scabbard instead of an army scabbard. And I thought that it should be left alone because that's the way it came back from the war. I'll show you what it is. I remember this is an interesting piece, and apparently the woman gave this very graciously to her husband as a Christmas present. He says, "I don't want this. It's an army dagger with a Luftwaffe scabbard." Well, I know that. That's the way it was sold. Yeah, here we are. This is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole.
This is exactly the way the dagger came back from the veteran, with these hangers that are army hangers that are with it.
And it's in backwards.
And on top of it, it's got a dedication on the blade too.
Yeah, that was like it's got a lot of cachet, this piece, you know.
It's I think the people just didn't understand what it was and didn't bother to read the description or whatever.
And it's in the scabbard backwards.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he just.
Okay, well, he didn't care for it. That's all. There's nothing wrong with it. He just didn't care for it.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I don't know. What do you collectors think when something like this comes right from the family, just like it is? Granted, it's a Luftwaffe scabbard. I just kind of think it should stay that way, especially since the army hangers were attached to it too when I bought it.
That's the strangest thing. It had army hangers attached to it with a Luftwaffe scabbard. That's odd.
Yeah, so. I mean, sure, yeah, they could have got mixed up at the end of the war with another scabbard. I know all that.
It's a big mix-up is what it is, yeah.
But it's just, but I can understand this, too, and I feel sorry. Here they are, Christmas, great present, and the guy's waiting for his dagger, and he opens it up. Oh, what do I want an army dagger for in a Luftwaffe scabbard? And just, probably didn't bother to investigate it any further. Just sent it back for a refund. Well...
She's like, I tried.
Yeah, and then the poor woman, geez, I try to do something great for you, and I get kicked in the nose like this, and I feel very bad about that.
I don't know.
I wish I
kept it.
I wish I would have talked to the woman when she bought it. I guess she didn't. I guess she just ordered it through Debbie or on the computer or whatever. And
I don't know, but I remember that piece. Yeah.
And probably never read the description, but. Because that's a shame. I mean, don't you guys think that's a cool dagger? Would you guys change the scabbard? I don't know. I mean, that's the way it came back. I guess if I had changed the scabbard, it'd still be sitting in this guy's house as a nice present. So maybe I should have. I don't know. It's hard to say in this hobby what you do.
What the guy should have bought it for his wife because she wouldn't have known the difference, and then he could have had it for whenever.
Yeah, maybe.
No offense. No offense, lady collectors. I can get myself in trouble now.
I don't know. I really feel bad for the guy because here's his wife. I mean, that was, I'm sure, a pretty expensive thing too. She buys this for Christmas for him, and he's all excited, and he opens it up, and it's an army dagger and a Luftwaffe scabbard. What the hell do I want this for?
Well, did they mention...
where'd you buy this thing?
Do they want a credit for something else that he likes, or is it just...
they just want a refund. I guess they think I'm a bum. Oh, yeah, there's that Wittmann. He's selling stuff with a raw... Yeah, sometimes this business is tough, guys. But that's the way it is. Well, we got one more.
Better not be another return, I'll tell you that much.
Another return, yeah. Well, let's see what this is. This is coming from my friend Steve in Canada. He's a nice man. Let's see what he's got here.
You got enough Bob Burns cutters to last you the year, or?
We probably have to get another carton of them. Let's see what Mr. Steve is sending us. There's another letter which I'm not going to read till later. I like the bag.
Oh no, it's not starting out too well.
No, I think Steve wants to consign this, and yeah, this is okay, guys. Here we go. Yeah, you're going to like this one. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Look at that early SS dagger, guys. Isn't that neat? Look at that early hanger. Boy, that's cool with one of those sword clips on it, and really cool. Love it. And look at the, again, you can see those are going to be Eichhorn precise accent grooves, and beautiful grip. Nice grain in it. Beautiful fittings. Yeah, look, you can see how the clip has gone into the wood just a little bit over the years. I love to see stuff like that.
Clip marked at all?
The clip is, no, it's one of those early ones that were made before the RZM started. And let's see what we got here. Ah, okay, we got a very, very nice SS blade here. It's got a little bit of scratching here, but it's not bad. Otherwise, it's just about mint. And this is a, I see, this is why the scratching is there. This is a Rome dagger. The scratching happened when they took off the Rome inscription. It's got the small Eichhorn. And
yeah, that's definitely.
yeah.
Is there anything left of it? Sometimes you see something.
Looks like it's very well done. I don't see anything left. Oh, there's that inspection number you see on those real early Eichhorns. What is it? A number 1. Yeah, this is
yeah, it's a 1.
It's a very, very nice ground Rome dagger. Shame there's not a serial number on it, because you know this guy was in the SS before 1933.
There's a district number though, isn't there?
There's what?
A district number?
Yeah, it's a 3.
Let me get that.
But what a nice, really early SS dagger.
What year do you think?
Well, this would have been one of the first ones made,
Yeah.
because it's a Rome dagger. And I've told you before that when the dagger production started in 1934, Rome was in charge of the SS as well as the SA in those days, and he insisted that everyone who was in the SA or the SS prior to, I think it's 1932 or 31, that they get the dagger with his inscription. And he wanted those daggers to be given out first before the standard daggers were issued. Also, those people did not pay for their daggers, whereas the regular personnel did have to pay for their daggers. So this is a great piece. I love the real early hanger. It just goes with it all. It just.
How much do you think they'd have to pay for a dagger?
In those days, the dagger was only about 10 or 12 Reichsmarks, but the equivalent in today's money was probably about $300, something like that. So it was a fair,
Reasonable.
it was reasonable, but it was still, when
Yeah,
nobody
still,
had any
yeah.
money, it was not reasonable. But what they did, they allowed these people to pay for them on time too. They took a little bit out of each salary.
You gotta have a dagger.
And who wouldn't have wanted to pay for their dagger? I mean, if you didn't pay for it, you weren't going to get one. That's not going to happen. You gotta have one of those
Gotta have
daggers.
a dagger, yeah.
Especially when your buddy's got one. Oh God, I gotta have it. So that's kind of a nice wrap up to Down the Cellar 107, did I say it was, Ob?
I think so, yeah. New Year's Eve edition.
And it's a New Year's. Again, I appreciate everybody watching these videos this past year, and it's been a really good year for collecting. The hobby, believe me guys, is very sound. It's the best fun you'll have in your life, and it's always a good investment. It's really the same or better than money in the bank. And just imagine you can buy something, enjoy it for 30 or 40 years, and then when you're tired of it, or you go into the next life or whatever, it gets sold for more money than what you paid for it. So how many things are there in life like that? So you think of all the pleasure and so forth it can bring. I just don't know of a better hobby. So on that note, we'll look forward to lots of videos in the coming year, and if I can help you with anything, you got questions or whatever, I'm always glad to help you. I get a lot of emails. Sometimes I'm only maybe 3 days late in answering because there's too many of them to do all at once, but I'll get back to you. And if I don't, send me the email again, and I will, because I want to try to answer everybody and treat you the way you deserve to be treated. So thanks a lot, collectors, and we'll see you 2024. Hey collectors, I thought you might like to see Jack again. He's starting to grow a little bit now. Isn't he cute? How's he doing, Marie? Okay?
He's doing good, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what is he now? 3 months old?
Yeah, September 1st was his birthday.
Yeah. See, what do you think, guys? Isn't he a cute dog? Yeah, he's pretty hard to take care of because he runs all over the place and keeps eating shoes up. The good part is Marie has about 250 pairs, so he can go through a few before we'll miss them. Right, hun?
Right.
Right, yeah. So there he is.
He's a miniature poodle.
Miniature poodle, yeah. Yeah, we think he's pretty cute, and we're going to keep him. Yeah. Okay, Jack? That okay? Yeah. You going to be good for everybody? Yeah, he's such a nice dog. Yeah, there you go. There he is. Ta-da!